You're welcome.
So we've been talking about the amazing power of guarding our tongue. And this is what we just learned, that in the war, even in the time of Shaul, when everybody was on a very, very high spiritual level, they would go out to war, but they would lose each time. And so, even so, when they, but in the generation of Achav, they would go out to war, even though they were idol worshippers, and they will win each time. And the answer, anyone wants to say, what is the answer? That's very important.
They didn't speak lashon hara.
Right? When you don't speak lashon hara, you win the war. And all this, and this is why I want to, bring this message to everybody, because we need to win this war. This was written in Midrash Tehillim 7:8. And we need to empower our soldiers with taking on to really be more careful how we speak and eliminate unnecessary speech. And so this is, I want to share the screen now with, oh no, I can't share the screen because I'm with you, Chava. So the Pesukim of can you share that? It's just chapter 34 in Tehillim, verse 13 to 15, or we don't need it. And now I'm starting singing it. Can you hear the guitar now?
Yes.
Oh, oh, So, so this means that if you really want a good life, not just a long life, like when you honor your parents, the reward is a long life, but this is both. When you guard your tongue, the reward is not only a long life, but also a good life, not only quantity, but also quality. And we'll be able to win the war. And then I had this really beautiful chidush that I was pretty amazed by, that there are 14 positive mitzvot that a person can fulfill when guarding the tongue. And there are 17 negative mitzvot that a person can, not commit when we do the mitzvah of guarding our tongue. So altogether, it's 31. So there's 31 mitzvot that a person can fulfill when guarding the tongue. And then I had the idea, since we said it has to do with going to war, that this corresponds to the 31 kings that of Canaan that Yehoshua was able to capture. And this is what it says in the book of Yehoshua. They're all listed in the book of Yehoshua in chapter 12. And the beginning of the list, we're not going to go through the list, even though I had this idea that if we read all the kings in the list, that will also be a segula to win the war. But for now, we'll just suffice with reading the first pasuk. These are the kings of the land whom the children of Israel smote and possessed their land on the other side of the Jordan towards the rising of the sun, from the river Arnon to Mount Hermon and all the plain of the east. And so it enumerates exactly 31 kings there. And it doesn't say here 31, but if you go to the book of Yehoshua, then you will see that that is there is. It says it maybe in the end of it. Let me just see. I go to chapter 12. I just read the first pasuk, and then let's see, and then here it says the last pasuk of chapter 12 in Yehoshua says, the king of Tirzah, 1, and all the kings, 31. Okay, look, this is you have to read the whole chapter of Yehoshua from verse 1, 12, from verse 1 until verse 24. And there it says it, there's 31. That corresponds. Isn't that cool? I thought of this parallel. Hashem gave me the idea that it corresponds to the 31 mitzvot that a person can fulfill when guarding the tongue. And so this is another support that when we work and guard the tongue, we can conquer the kings that occupy the land of Israel. We can be victorious in war. What do you all think about that? So
Sounds good. Sounds great.
yeah, okay. So that's what we're gonna try, B'ezrat Hashem, and work on for this week in our personal time. And this is what I want to encourage everybody to do, B'ezrat Hashem.